Hello chums, it's me again. Tomorrow is Clash of Kings here in the U of K, in Cardiff in Wales. And you're probably thinking Steve's here with an update because he's finished his orcs. And you'd be wrong, because I haven't. But I have painted some more, and I'd like to tell you about it if that's all right with you. So I've started with my axe. And so I'm going to show you what I've been doing with them. I've left out all the steps which you had previously. Just go and watch the last video if you want to know how I'm painting them. I'm just showing you something new I'm doing with them, which I quite like. And then I'll show you some of the Skulk Riders I've been working on. And some Orklings. How exciting. Let's have a look. Right, so my working area is becoming increasingly constrained. It's now literally this area of my desk is where I have to paint. I only have myself to blame. Anyway, let me get a tripod sorted out. Okay, so what I'm going for is a chipping effect on my shield. So I've done my orcs, as I've mentioned, sort of. I haven't done their skin highlight yet, but can you see how? So I've done it. If I show you an unpainted one, I've done a gradient on their shields. Which looks alright, but was a pain in the ass to do. And it's to go from that, which looks quite smooth, to this, which looks kind of like battle damage, right? And there's quite a clever way to do it. So, the tools I'm using here are a pair of tweezers and a sponge. Here's my sponge. It's a little torn off corner of a dish sponge, only a little bit. Oops, sorry, focus. Right, so a little bit of sponge. And I've got a mixture of, so the lightest colour on my shield, which is this one, Dechala Lilac, and I've mixed in some Ulthuan Grey to make it even lighter. I'm just going to dab my sponge into that paint, which is off the screen because you can't see it, and I'm going to dab it off on a piece of paper. So I have an old army list, because, you know, saves paint there. I'm going to dab it off until it's nearly all gone, like that. I'm going to get my shield. And I'm going to dab it along the edges first. So, like this. So you can see it just smears a little bit. And then on the surface of the shield. Need a bit more paint. Dab it off. What I'm aiming to get is just, whoops, that's too much. A small amount of paint speckles. So that's way too much because I forgot to dab it off. So, right, you're supposed to use like a wooden skewer. Quality tutorial, I'm copying this, I'm using a pencil. So I couldn't find a wooden skewer and the lead doesn't come off very much. So don't do this. This is a really bad idea. Okay, so that's my white. Okay. And then I'm getting a smaller brush. This is a Series 7 00. And I'm just taking that colour and I am joining up some of these dots. So I'm going along the edge first, like this. I'm covering the corner because I'm imagining the paint has come off there. I've actually done a lot of chipping on this one, way more than I've done on any of the other ones. So I hope this actually looks good because I'm filming this one and I didn't film the other ones. Okay, so we're just joining up some of these little speckles. All right. And then we're going to wait for that to dry, which won't take very long. Okay, with that dry, it's dry-ish. I then go back to the darkest colour I need for this shield, so like the underlying metal. So I'm actually going to use my Shy's Purple, having just ranted about how rubbish it is. Because it's so dark, it's kind of perfect for this. You don't want black, you want the colour of the shield. So if it's metal, then dark metal colour, whatever. So, and then I'm going to, again, go around the edges of the shield first. Basically, anywhere there's white, or in this case, the very light purple, I'm going to fill in just a little bit with my dark colour. All right. And you can see it starts to look a little bit like chips on on the shield. How about that? I didn't come up with this. I copied it off a YouTube tutorial for a guy who paints tanks. So, but tanks get a lot of chipping. All right. So it's a good idea. He had loads of other techniques as well. And then he was German. And then you want to do this and this and this. And it was like loads of different steps. And I'm like, I'm just going to do the simplest one. Because actually, I think for a horde of orcs, that's like 10 seconds work. And it looks great. So here's one I did earlier. You see that? You're just sick, right? That's what the young people say, like 5 years ago. So these shields start to look really cool. And I'm going to do that another 15 times. Okay, and we are done. Excuse handheld wobble cam again, but I thought I'd get in nice and close to show you my orcs. I think these look nice, man. I'm quite happy with them. In fact, do you know what? I like them so much, I did another one. Because it's a horde. Right, look, they go together. See? That looks cool, right? Got a little standard bearer with a little it's a dwarf head. Where's he gone? There he is. I can't really see. Move the light. Noink. Here we go. That is my first horde of axe. A little chap with his drum and his hat. And yeah, I think they look pretty sweet. With all their little chips on their shields. So yeah, we're getting there. Alright, so I am part way through doing these Wolf Rider models. And I've done more videos, but they are, without a doubt, the most garbage piece of shit models I've ever painted in my life. They are awful. I mean, they are terrible models. Look at this one. What is this on his back? Why does he have a growth? Now, what is it? Why is it so? Why are the mold line? Why are the gaps rather in these models so huge? Why are their faces so small and also awful? Anyway, so I've done a blend of the contrast here, which I think looks quite nice on the old wolfy. I mean, even their face. Oh, good God. How am I supposed to make that look good? I don't know. Anyway. So I'm doing my best. I'm just doing the highlights now. Having to... Whoa, not the camera. Having done the contrast and the undercoat, the zenithal undercoat. So we're just doing some highlights and then it'll be finished. I've also been doing... Actually, I was going to clean that brush because I can't do. I've also been doing my orclings, which are equally kind of terrible models. I'm going to get the focus. This is the dead one, but look at his eyes. Why are his eyes like that? Why? Also, I have way too many dead ones. I've got 14 models to make my regiment here, of which I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A full third of them will be dead, which I guess is kind of telling for orclings. Oh, I must stop looking the camera, so I'm just doing the highlights. So let's come back in a bit and see how they turn out. Alright, in the spirit of polishing the turd, here we are with my completed unit on that little scenic base, and you know, they're okay. You really can only polish turds so much. These I cannot express, I know I've gone on about it, how fucking dreadful they are. The mouths are just a disaster. It's really hard. I tried my best to give them a bit of definition and make them look a little bit cooler. Shield's alright. That sword I'm happy with. Check out how nice. Ooh, can't see there. How nice those swords come out. You can't really see. Work on the shield there. So I've only got 2 of these units in, and who knows? Maybe Mantic will make their own Orc Skulk Rider dudes, and then I can bin these or sell them on eBay or whatever. And look, finish my Orclings as well. There was more bottoms than dead guys. The dead guys are everywhere. But there's a lot of guys showing their bum. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottoms, 5 dead guys, and then 3 unique dudes here. I think it's nice, isn't it? So that's it. That's it for this time, I think. Whoa, focus has gone. There we go. Still think they look pretty nice with the technique, so I'm pretty happy with them. Going nicely with the rest of my army. We have now done 1, 2, 3, 4 units, if you count the horde as one. Still a long way to go, eh? And Clash of Kings is like, tomorrow? So I'm not taking orcs, but still making headway. Right, toodaloo, see you later.